Hello everybody, it is your global voice and your personal accountability coach, Andrea Mason. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much. If you haven't already done so, like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And check out andreamasons.com for everything that I do, everything I talk about, upcoming announcements, events, and opportunities out there for you. There's something for everyone. I had a situation this weekend where I had to talk to someone who I haven't seen in like forever. And I don't know what changed. I don't know what occurred. I don't know. We haven't gotten to catch up in a long time. And so when I sat down with this person, I was talking to them. We were catching up and talking about this and that, families, upcoming events, what we're doing in our lives, and so forth. Pretty much casual conversation. Then the person had asked me, so I was wondering what was going on that this had occurred. And I questioned and I said, what do you mean? They said, well, I was under the impression that this was in store for you and this was what we were going to do. And last time we spoke and we sat down and talked to each other, this is what I interpreted. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is where the areas of improvement that I feel everybody needs to take into place. See, over the past decade or so, as much as I can remember, our thoughts and our minds have been altered and manipulated to jump into different modes. And one of the key components that I've learned in my journey is by Don Ruiz. Don't make assumptions. And number one, make sure that be impeccable with your word. You can check out I'll put his information below about the 5 agreements. And so, unbeknownst to me, this person and I had sat down some time ago before the holidays and everything that was going on. And they had a particular perspective and situation on how things were going and what was new and up and coming. They have seen what I've been up to, and we just haven't really gotten to sit down and talk. And so they, for whatever reason, made assumptions, gathered ideas, and started feeling some sort of way. This is where I say stop. If you are engaged with someone and talking with someone in a conversation, one of the key tips to assure that this doesn't happen to you, because I can't tell you how many relationships, corporate, professional, personal, or just in casual conversations, that I have applied this every single time. You ask anyone. Like I said, I have decades of experience in social work and psychology, so I know what people are thinking without even them thinking of what they're thinking. But one of the key components that I feel is truly significant is what I call reflective listening. People do this in the social work and psychology industry. We are trained, but we are trained a certain way. And I took it to the next level based on my history. Again, for those of you who don't know, I've been a victim of abuse as well as bullying. And being the fact that my message, my intent, or my, I guess you would say, tonality is very particular, that I encourage everyone, anyone, even if you're going to connect with me, to make sure you're very clear, to make sure that your thoughts are gathered, to make sure that your thoughts are present. See, what happens in times of topics of discussion, whatever realm, in personal or professional, we have some sort of expectations. We have some sort of notion. And we feel that we know somebody and understand somebody, and based on their history, however long, whether it be a couple of days, a couple of weeks, in this situation, some decades, that they still have whatever assumptions or perspectives about me and how I work. I am very transparent. And I have tailored that skill and quality so much more in over the years. Because I would say something and mean another. I would interpret something and it'd be something completely different. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've been watching me on any TV, radio, podcast, interview, or even personal connections with you, you know I am very particular with my words. You know my tonality is a certain way. My eye contact, my verbal and nonverbal cues are all in alignment. So when I addressed this person this weekend, I said, what drew you to that conclusion? And they said, well, I just thought based on da-da-da-da-da. I said, did you really take inventory and understand what we were talking about, the topic of discussion? And they hadn't. They were just waiting for me to finish to speak. Their mind was already racing, planning on what they were going to say, how they were interpret it, and what their message is. Believe you me, what you see is what you get. No filter, no excuses, no judgments, just authenticity, transparency, and integrity. And that's what I give every single day. Whether you're my family member, my friend, my loved one, a cohort, a collaborative, even someone on the street. I don't sugarcoat it. Why? Because my whole life was manifested by others, creating false beliefs on what they think I said, what they think I did, what they think I believed, what they thought I felt, and so forth. And I want to tell you, if you are a victim of this, or if you do this to others, be very, very careful. Because what will happen is you're not looking at the whole picture. You're not attentively listening. You're not attentively paying attention with your eyes. You're not attentively absorbing the information and taking it into account, as opposed to comparing it and putting it in your compartmentalized history of individuals in your past who have either said or done or mirror a particular trait of the individual at hand. When you are talking with someone, be 100% present. When you are talking with someone, utilize reflective listening. Make sure you clarify and validate and verify and confirm that you understand what is being told to you and that the individual understands what you are telling them. Communication is key. I have spoken to many different individuals all around this world. They can tell me one thing, but I observe their actions. They can say this, and I see otherwise. Even the nonverbal cues. So with extensive professional training on assessment, analogy, neuropsychology, nonverbal and verbal cues, tonality, affliction, body language, and so on and so forth, in conjunction of how I was treated as an abuse victim and a bullying victim, I see things a lot more clearer than you anticipate. So my key message today, be present, be mindful, and really understand every single conversation with every individual you interact. Don't make assumptions. Don't put pre-existing experiences with that individual into play. Be present, reflective, listen, and then make sure you understand that you're on the same page with feelings, emotions, mindsets, intellect, and what they are asking or sharing. Because if you don't, you will find yourself very alone, because you have made the assumptions, or you have created in your mind, based on your history, experience, fear, anger, and anticipation of something that may not even be real. This is very important in any dynamic. This is important in the business realm, because you might feel that your message is getting heard and understood where it may not be clear on what you're saying. Be mindful of your behaviors, for your behaviors may not reflect what your intentions are. And most importantly, make sure you're true to yourself. This may sound silly, but be bold enough and brave enough to think before you speak. How would you interpret this? How would you receive this message? What is your message? What is my intention? What is my content? And be mindful of all 5 senses when you are talking with someone. Body language, eye contact, tonality, affliction, emphasis, and so forth. This will change your life. And if you or somebody you know needs assistance with this, feels like you're misunderstood all the time, or that nobody understands you, or you can't get your message across the way you intended to, I welcome to connect with you. And let's get your message clear, concise, understood, and intentional. Don't let your message be misunderstood because you're not aware of your audience. Thank you very much for listening and for watching, and know that I am here. If you felt that this content has helped you, I encourage you to donate what you can and share this video out. Every little bit counts to expand my audience, to get more content for you, and to help you live your best life by choosing to press play. My name is Andrea Mason, your global voice and your personal accountability coach, bringing you content every single day, reminding you have, in this crazy game of life, you have the right, the choice, and the ability always to press play. Plan life according to you. Today's video, my shirt represents our boy Okamus. Check him out.